Okay, hello everyone. If you're a client of mine, this is going to be your homework. This is the pec fly, snow angel, bear scratch, okay? And if you're not a client of mine, then welcome to my YouTube channel. Hopefully you'll find something here that helps you. All of these movements have helped me so much to get rid of pain and to get my shoulders and spine back functioning well. My back feels really good at the moment. It has done for years now. So this is what I use with my clients. This is posture restoration, okay? Today we're learning to open up the pecs, the front of the body, so the shoulders can move and start to open up, okay? So what you're gonna need, this is the cream of the crop, is a bench that can incline. You might do this at the gym, or you might do it at home on your bed with a pillow set up, or on a chair is also fine with a pillow set up. So that's it. I'm going to try filming this now and we'll see how it goes. My first draft of the film. So anyway, I'll just get cracking into the homework just so you have the main points of it, okay? So pec fly, what we're going to do is we're going to start here. We're going to slide up on our chair, and what we want to do is you want to drop back so that our head is hanging back here, okay? So that might be sufficient for you, but if you are struggling with neck pain, generally that's because you're hunched forwards and your neck is overarching backwards, but as our shoulders and our spine opens back this way, it makes it easier for our neck. So if it is hurting the back of your neck, just slide down until you feel you have adequate neck support here, okay? So the pec fly is how we get out of our hunchback position, okay? We're gonna start here. This is about 1 kilo, 1.25 kilos exactly actually. We're gonna come down into capital T position. I feel a nice stretch here, 1 Mississippi, and then I pull back up. I'm gonna do that 10 times, okay? To really stretch out my shoulders. And once I've done it 10 times, I recommend doing a little bit of bouncing here. Find where you feel, oh, that's a really nice stretch just at this point, maybe towards capital Y for me. And for 30 to 60 seconds, you can do a little bit of bouncing. And then we're gonna do the most important piece, is the pressure breathing. So I'm gonna slide up here because this is where it feels good for my body, and this is where you can work towards. I'm just gonna find exactly where this feels good to open my pecs. And I'm gonna use the pressure breathing technique. You can find a video in my low back rehab playlist here for pressure breathing. Really important to understand why we're doing this. It looks like this. So we inhale for 5, hold for 10, exhale for 5, just like I showed there. And you'll feel your body really starting to open as you practice this, okay? Be mindful if you've got weak shoulders, you can dislocate your shoulders here. So just use lighter weights to start off with. Always map out where you're safe. Next, we have the snow angel. Now, volume for the pec fly, I recommend doing 3 sets of 10. 2 times a week, and really push yourself. Yeah, really get warmed up. The first thing is to get warmed up with the movement, build up a little bit of strength here. And then once you're warmed up and you've built up a little bit of strength, you're going to do your stretch because there's blood flow now. It's not such an intense experience. Next, we have the snow angel. So you can take a lighter weight. If you've got strong shoulders, you can take a heavy weight, but maybe you've got like a little weight in my hand here. We're going to slowly move our hands up for a count of maybe 5 to 10 seconds. We're going to bring them to touch overhead here. You see I'm stretching out my neck. It's such a wonderful stretch here in the front of my neck. I come down really slowly, so I'm cleaning out my shoulders. And what's happening here is the pec muscle here is massaging off the front of the shoulder, and it's as it opens, all right? You're going to find where you do that 5 to 10 times, nice and slowly, just stretching everything out. And whenever you feel a good spot, that's where you're going to do your work. So let's say here feels really good for me to stretch open. So I'm going to do now a 60-second stretch using pressure breathing technique here. Anyway, I won't bore you, you know what that looks like, okay? The final exercise then is the bear scratch, okay? So you're going to find where in your spine it feels good. You might have some weights here in your hand to help pull you down. And you're going to rock back and forwards for maybe 30 to 60 seconds. I'm going to find where it feels good for my back. Is around here, and I can feel that right into my diaphragm where I have my own problems. So we're going to rock back and forth here. Find where it feels good. And you're going to spend 30 to 60 seconds, kind of like massaging, but also kind of opening up the specific areas of the spine that are stuck. So I'm going to come upright for this piece. Okay, so my recommendation for you, this is the antidote to sitting. Okay, it's one of the main things. It's actually just to open up really aggressively the front of the body. For me, I found in my learning of this, it's impossible to really just to strengthen the back to get the posture upright, because these muscles at the front are so tight. Like your pec is one of the strongest muscles in your body. You know, people can bench press like 200 plus kilos by developing their pecs. You know, they're so strong. So it really does take quite a bit to open them up, just like what I've showed you here. This is what worked for my shoulders. I've had several shoulder surgeries that have wrecked my shoulders. This helped really open me up. I was also benching and doing press-ups for all my life, and my shoulders were wrecked. I had no idea why. So this is how you start to open your posture. When you're stuck like this, obviously it's going to cause neck pain if you're in a bad position, so we need to be able to open up, okay? My recommendation for your homework, or if you want to try this out, if you're just new to the channel, do 3 sets of 10 pec flies. Each set is followed by 30 seconds of bouncing and a 60-second stretch. If you have weak shoulders, approach this tentatively, because you can dislocate your shoulder here, but your body will signal to you this isn't safe. Okay, so less weight is always better in those instances. Then we have the snow angel. I normally just finish off my workouts, my pressing workouts in the gym with just like 5 minutes of a combination of these things. I don't really think of it like this, but for yourselves, maybe you can do 3 sets of 5 repetitions, nice and slow, and then a 30-second stretch in your favorite position. And then finally the bear scratch, just add 30 to 60 seconds of that. That's going to start pushing your ribs forwards back into place, and it's going to start mobilizing the parts of your spine and rib cage that are actually stuck from this position, okay? So good luck, guys. Please subscribe and like the channel, like the video, subscribe to the channel. Drop some comments below. Let me know if there's anything I can add to all of this to make it more useful for you. And yeah, just a quick closing thought there. You know, just the addition of this is it's quite a powerful energetic position here as we open our bodies like this. So sometimes people start crying when they do this. Sometimes they start laughing the first time they do it. And I theorize because, I mean, I would see this consistently in clinic. You know, I'm not it's not like I'm trying to sell you something. I'm just kind of sharing a thought, I suppose. So I think because we get compressed into these positions over our life, this is quite an emotional heavy position. You know, it's sadness, there's fear, there's shame, there's guilt in this, along with just the Western world's occupational position essentially is working like this, driving like this, eating like this, Netflix like this. It's not a lot is happening upright. So I think our electrical nervous system is really dying to be opened up and squeezed and cleaned essentially. So I think this is a massive release for people, particularly when pain is compounding over years and people say, oh, I keep all my stress up here. And you know, my experience is just you know, to share my experience with you is that you know, your stress will go to the weakest parts of your body, to the parts where your movement isn't cleaning it regularly, like a sponge that is squeezed. These are the same. So obviously if your shoulder is forward, you're getting a lot of pain here, as I would have, and I wouldn't get any pain, and my clients would be the same once they've gotten a little bit of this, because you're just not as aggressively stuck in this position anymore. Putting this, why these traps get sore is because they're trying to pull you back into place all day. They're trying to stop you falling forwards from this tightness, so they're engaging to keep your head up and try to keep your shoulders up a little bit, unconscious to you. So they're just becoming hard because they're working all day. When the shoulder and spine is in a better position, there's just less percentage force pushing down. Even if it's 5%, 5% less pain can be the difference between pain, discomfort, tension, or feeling nothing. You know, that could be the difference of 5% between each of those steps. So that's like a 20% difference from here to here, if that makes sense, between the 4 steps. So look, that's how I do, that's how I that's how I roll here in the clinic. So I hope that's helpful. Sorry for the long spiel if it's a bit too long. Drop a comment and let me know. You know, I'm new to YouTube and new to getting these tutorials up there, but they are really helpful. I hope they help you. If you have any questions, let me know. Other than that, peace.